Namaste. Today we will learn the topic integers. Before that, we will check some previous topics which you have studied in the earlier classes. Now we will look what is a number system. Number system. Number system means numbers are systematically arranged and we have so many sets of number system. The first set is natural numbers. Natural numbers. These numbers are also called as counting numbers because this is used for counting. And you know, counting starts from number 1. So, the natural number, set of these natural number starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. up to n. This is infinity. There are infinite numbers. Now, this natural number is denoted by the letter capital N. Now, the second one is whole numbers. In whole number set, it is same as natural numbers, but one more number is added, and that is 0. The reason why we added 0 to get the next level of number system is, in natural numbers, if we start to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, after 9 you want to write 10, and in 10 you can find 1 and 0. So, for getting higher numbers, we want to invent 0. So, after finding there is a value 0, the new name given was whole numbers. And the set of whole number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. up to n as in natural numbers. And the letter which is denoting whole number is W. And third one, that is what we are going to learn. Integers. Integers. In this set, there are numbers or values less than 0 and those are negative values. So, the number system starts from infinity, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. up to n. This is the integer set and it is denoted by letter Z. Here, while you are plotting the natural numbers like this, here you can find natural numbers and this natural numbers are inside the whole number. So, it is inside whole number system or whole number set. Now, these whole numbers are inside the integer set. So, the number system is becoming bigger and bigger. Integers. Now, this is integers and it consists of whole numbers along with negative numbers. This whole number consists of natural number along with 0 and this natural number consists of counting numbers, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. up to n. Now, I'll draw a number line here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. These are negative integers. This is 0 integer and this is positive integers. So, Z consists of negative integers, that is Z minus, and 0 integer, that is 0, and positive integers, that is Z plus. Now, in this number line, I'll round some numbers here. Minus 1, Now, The marked numbers are -5, -1, 3 and 6. Let us write these numbers in ascending order. Ascending order means first you want to write the smaller number, then bigger number, like that. So in this, the smaller number is -5. So first you will write -5. Now -5 is less than -1. How will you write it? Like this. Because the smaller number should be right at this joining point, and this opening part you want to write the greater number. Now again -1 is smaller or less than 3. 3 is here greater and -1 is smaller. Now 3 is less than 6. Now this is the ascending order. -5 less than -1 less than 3 less than 6. Now how will you write in the descending order? Now 6 is the greater number. Opening part you will write the greater number, and this joining part smaller number. This is the descending order. Greater than, -1, greater than, minus. Now 5. This is the way you write in ascending and descending order. Now I'll show you another number line which we can add and subtract numbers in that number line. This is another number line. Now in this we will try to add numbers. Now by adding positive numbers, this number, the result of the addition in positive integers is on right side of the number line. That is, it will be a positive number. Positive numbers are on the right hand side of the 0, and negative numbers are on the left hand side of the 0. So while adding positive number, it will jump towards right side. Now while adding two negative numbers, it will jump towards left side. So 1 plus 2, the answer is 3, and it is moving to the right side. The answer is 3. So its movement is towards the right side. Now -1 plus -2, the answer is -3. So the movement is towards the left side. Now let us check what is the result while we add two positive integers, two negative integers, and one positive and negative integer. First we will check how we add positive integers. That is 3 plus 5. Two integers here are positive. So the method is simply add the numbers and put the positive sign. If this was like this, again simply add the numbers here and put the negative sign. So if both are positive, add the number and put positive sign. If both are negative, add the number and put negative sign. Now, in case of one number is positive and the other number is negative, then if it was like this, here this is positive number. A number written without a sign means positive number. Don't want to write +3. If it is 3, then it is meant to be positive number. So 3 plus -5, one is positive and the other is negative. Here you have to check which is the smaller number and the greater number. Here smaller number is 3, greater number is 5. So you want to subtract this 3 smaller number from the greater number. The answer is 2. Now you have to put the sign of greater number, that is minus. Here sign of 5 was minus. So the result is -2. Now what about here? Again one is negative and one is positive. So you want to first check which is the smaller number and greater number. Here this is small and this is greater number. So subtract it. 5 minus 3 again 2. Now the sign of the greater number, it is positive here. So the result is 2. So always remember, if two numbers are positive, then the result will be positive. If two numbers are negative, then the result will be negative. If one is positive and the other is negative, then subtract smaller number from greater number and put the sign of greatest number. Okay? Now what about subtraction? Let us do these examples with subtraction. 3 minus 5. In subtraction, if it was 5 minus 3, then you can simply write the answer 2 because it is subtracting smaller number from greater number. This we know already. But if it is like this, you first want to make it addition. Okay? So the question is 3 minus 5. You first want to make it addition. The subtraction changes to addition and the number next near to this symbol will change its sign. This is 5 here. Now it becomes negative 5. What is relation between 5 and negative 5? A number's negative means its additive inverse. Additive inverse. If A is given, the additive inverse of A is minus A. In additive inverse, it means if we adding a number with its additive inverse, you want to get the result as 0. That is 8. The additive inverse is minus 8. If you add these numbers, you want to get the answer 0. Yes, a same number with opposite signs addition, the result is 0. Now, negative 9, its opposite sign, that is positive 9 is the additive inverse. When you add these two numbers, the result is 0. So, additive inverse means the opposite sign of given number. If A is given, negative A. If negative A is given, additive inverse is positive A. Because while you add that, you will get the result 0. Like that, in subtraction, if it is given 3 minus 5, first you want to make the subtraction to addition. It is not the numbers sign, it is subtraction. So make it as addition. Now check the number. It is 5. The opposite sign or additive inverse of 5 is minus 5. Now you can use this law. That is, one is positive and the other one is negative. Then you want to subtract smaller number from greater number and put the sign of greatest number. Now again, minus 3 minus 5 or minus 3 minus 5. Here also, first you want to change this as addition. Then how will it become minus 3? Subtraction change to addition, minus 5. Now both are after making this addition, you want to change the sign of minus 5, right? Plus 5. Now the answer is one is greater number and one is smaller number. Subtract smaller number from greater number and the sign of greater number. Here it is 2. So I will tell it once more. The question was minus 3 minus or subtract minus 5. The subtraction, you change it to addition and change the sign of minus 5. It becomes plus 5. The answer is subtract smaller number from greater number and sign of bigger number, that is plus 2. Now it was like this. Then also you want to write it as subtraction, change it to addition. Then this positive number, change its sign to minus 5. Now which this? That is both are negative and addition. So simply you can add it and put the negative sign. This is the method. Exercise 1.1. A number line is given showing the temperature in degrees Celsius at different places on a particular day. Here they are given temperature of Lahul Spiti is here. So let us mark it L here. Now Srinagar is here. Now Shimla is here. Now Ooty is here. And Bangalore is here. So the question is, observe this number line and write the temperature of the places marked on it. So Lahul Spiti, the temperature is, this is -10 and this is -5. In between you can find, after -5 this is -6, -7, -8. So this temperature of Lahul Spiti is lying on -8. -8 degrees Celsius. Now Srinagar's temperature, after 0, these numbers are on left side of 0, so all will be negatives. So after 0, this is -1, this will be -2. So Srinagar's -2 degrees Celsius. Next Shimla. Shimla is on right hand side of 0, right side. So Shimla temperature is, this is on 5, so 5 degrees Celsius. Now this is Ooty temperatures, this is 10, so this will be 11, 12, 13 and 14. This is 14 here, so Ooty 14 degrees Celsius. And for Bangalore, after 20, this will be 21 and 22. So Bangalore temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. Now next question, what is the temperature difference between hottest and coldest places among the above? This is below 0. So this will be the coldest place. That is, this will be, Lahul Spiti will be the coldest place. And this is above 0 degrees Celsius. So this will be the hottest place in this given values. So we want to find the difference between the hottest and coldest places. So 22 degree Celsius minus -8 degrees Celsius. This is the difference. This is how we find the difference here. Now, what will you do? This is subtraction. So you want to make it as addition. And after making addition, you want to change the next number to its additive inverse. Here it is -8, so additive inverse is +8. Now 22 plus 8, that is 30 degrees Celsius. This is the difference between these two places. This is the difference, that is from here to here, that is 30 degrees Celsius. Now next, can we say temperature of Srinagar and Shimla taken together is less than temperature at Shimla? That is, you want to take Srinagar and Shimla's temperature together, means you want to add it. Srinagar and Shimla's temperature. Srinagar was -2 plus Shimla's temperature was +5. Now this is one negative and one positive. You want to add it. That is what they told, to take together. So you want to add it. Now smaller number is this, greater number is this. So subtracting 2 from 5, the answer is 3, and greater number sign, that is +3 is the answer. Now you want to check whether this is less than temperature at Shimla. Shimla's temperature. Shimla's temperature is 5 degrees Celsius. You got here the answer 3. So yes, this is less than Shimla's temperature. Now also, is it also less than temperature at Srinagar? Srinagar was -2. In a number line, Which one is greater, negative 2 or 3? Here is a 0 here, negative 2 is on LHS, that is smaller number than 0, and positive 3 is here on RHS, so this is greater number. So it is asked whether this value is less than of Srinagar's. No, this is greater than of Srinagar. Next question. In a quiz, positive marks are given for correct answers and negative marks are given for incorrect answers. If Jack's score in 5 successive rounds were 25, negative 5, negative 10, 15 and 10. What was his total at the end? So these are Jack's scores, and negative marks are given for wrong answers and positive marks are given for correct answers. So he had answered 5 questions and in that 2 negative marks, that is 2 wrong answers and 3 correct answers. So first we will add these 3 positive answers. It is 25 plus 15 plus 10 is equal to 50. Now we will add these negative marks. That is minus 5 plus minus 10. Both are negative. I think you remember the law. If both are negative, then add the numbers and give negative sign. Now the total marks are 50 plus minus 15. Both are his score. This is for positive answers, that is right answers, and this for wrong answers. So his total means 50 plus negative 15. And when it becomes one is positive and the other is negative, you must subtract smaller number from greater number. Then you will get 35 and positive number sign. Here 50 is, greater number sign. Here 50 is greater number and the sign is positive. So his total marks is 35. 35 marks he scored. Now in next question, at Srinagar temperature was negative 5. Srinagar temperature was negative 5 degrees Celsius on Monday. And then it dropped by 2 degrees Celsius on Tuesday. So negative 5 was on Monday and on Tuesday 2 degrees Celsius dropped. Dropped means it came to low. So negative 5 minus 2 degrees Celsius. I'll show another example here. If 10 was the temperature, 10 degrees Celsius was the temperature, if you are asked what will be the temperature if 2 degrees Celsius is dropped, then simply you will do 10 minus 2, that is 8 degrees Celsius. Like that, if negative 5 is on Monday and on Tuesday, if 2 degrees Celsius is dropped, you will write it as minus 5 degrees Celsius subtraction 2. Now I told you, if subtraction comes, you want to make it as addition and you want to take the additive inverse of next number. Here this is 2. Now additive inverse means minus 2. Now these are 2 negative numbers and addition. So add simply these and put negative sign. So on Tuesday the temperature was negative 7 degrees Celsius. Now on Wednesday it rose by 4 degrees Celsius. So on Tuesday temperature was negative 7 degrees Celsius. Now on next day, that is on Wednesday, again temperature is not dropping but it is rising. So it rose by 4 degrees Celsius. That is Tuesday's temperature was -7. Rose by 4 degree means +4 is equal to, now this is one negative number and positive number, so smaller number subtract from greater number and put the sign of greater number, that is -3 degrees Celsius. This is the temperature at Srinagar on Wednesday. Now next question. A plane is flying at the height of 5,000 meters above the sea level. If this is the sea level, plane is flying above the sea level of 5,000 meters. Here the distance is 5,000 meters. Here is the plane. Now, at a particular point, it is exactly above a submarine floating 1,200 meters below. At a particular point, it is right below a submarine floating below the at a particular point, it is exactly above a submarine floating below 1,200 meters from sea level. Now, what is the vertical distance between them? What is the distance between these two? Now, this is the sea level. So, let us take it as 0. From here, upward distance means positive and downward distance means negative. So, what is the difference between them? How will we calculate? Difference is 5,000. That is the value here. Difference means always subtraction, and the value here was minus 1,200. Minus 1,200. This will be the difference. Now it is 5,000. Subtraction changes to addition, and this additive inverse of minus 1,200 is plus 1,200, and the answer is 6,200. So the distance here is 6,200 meters. Mohan deposits rupees 2,000 in his bank account. And withdraws rupees 1,642. From it the next day. If withdrawal of amount from the account is represented by a negative integer, then how will you represent the amount deposited? Withdrawal is represented by negative. So, the amount depositing will be representing by positive. Withdrawal is negative, so depositing will be positive. Now, find the balance in Mohan's account after the withdrawal. Balance. Here it is given negative, so you can add these numbers, that is one positive number and one negative number. That is withdrawal is represented by negative number and deposit is represented by positive number. So total amount will be the sum of these two numbers. Sum means here one is positive and one is negative, so you want to subtract it. You know the subtraction. Here it will become 10. Here again 10. Here again 10. Now this will be 1. Now you made this 10, so you want to carry 1 to here. So this will become 9. Now you made this 10, so you want to carry 1 from here. So this will also become 9. Now 1 minus 1 is 0. That is 358 is the answer. This is the balance amount, rupees 358. Rita goes 20 km towards east. from point A to point B. Here it is 20. From B she moves 30 kilometers towards west. From B she moves 30 kilometers to west. To east means this way and west is to this side. So here reached C. If the distance towards east is represented by a positive integer, then how will you represent the distance traveled towards west? This is positive integers and this will be then negative integers. So towards east, positive integers. So towards west will be negative integers. Now, how will you represent the distance traveled towards west? That is negative integer. By which integer will you represent her final position from A? Final position means the distance she traveled total. So, this is plus 20 because she is moving towards east. Plus 20. Total means you want to find the sum. Difference means subtraction. Total means sum. Now, here this is towards east and towards west she traveled 30 kilometer. Towards west she traveled 30 kilometer and it will be represented by negative because it is towards west. Negative 30. And the total distance she traveled will be 30 minus 20 and sign of bigger number. Negative 10. And negative 10, if this is positive 20, here will be negative 10. Her position will be on negative 10. That is, let us name it as C. Negative 10 is her last position. Next is a magic square. In each row, column and diagonal have the same sum. Check which of the following is a magic square. So there are two squares here. In first square, in a row, we have the values 5, minus 1, minus 4. Now, we want to find the sum here. Now, 5 plus minus 1, the answer will be 1 is subtracted from 5, that is 4, and greater number sign is 5. Plus. So, the answer will be plus 4 here. This is plus 4 plus minus 4. The answer is 4 and minus 4 are additive inverse. So, the answer will be 0. Now, next row. This is first row of first square. Now, next row we have numbers minus 5, minus 2 and 7. Here, minus 5 plus minus 2 is minus 7 plus 7. The answer is again 0. Third one, 0 plus 3 plus minus 3. 3 plus minus 3 is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. Now, these are all rows. Now, in column way, we have numbers 5 plus minus 5 plus 0. Again, 5 plus minus 5 is 0. 0 plus 0, 0. Now, next column, minus 1 plus minus 2 plus 3. Minus 1 plus minus 2 is minus 3. This is minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. These are additive inverse. Now, sixth one is third row. We have numbers minus 4 plus 7 plus minus 3. Here, minus 4 plus 7. Smaller number is subtracted. You get the answer 3 and bigger number sign is plus. So, plus this minus 3. Again, answer 0. This is additive inverse. Now diagonal numbers. This diagonal we have numbers 5 plus minus 2 plus minus 3. Now 5 plus minus 2, smaller numbers subtracted, bigger numbers sign, so plus 3 plus this minus 3, again 0. Now 8th one, this type of diagonal, that is minus 4 plus minus 2 plus 0. Minus 4 plus minus 2, the answer is minus 6 plus 0 is equal to minus 6. Any number added to 0 will be that number itself. So minus 6 plus 0 is minus 6. Now this is not a magic square because in the question it was given that row, these three were row, these three were column, and these two are diagonals. All should be same sum, but here we got a different sum, so this is not a magic square. Let us check the other magic square. It is first row, in that 1 plus minus 10 plus 0. The answer is smaller number subtracted and greater number sign, minus 9. Second row, minus 4 plus minus 3 plus minus 2. Minus 4 plus minus 3 is minus 7 plus minus 2 is equal to minus 9 again. Third row, minus 6 plus 4 plus minus 7. Minus 6 plus 4, subtracting these two, you get answer 2, and bigger number sign is minus. Now plus minus 7. Both are negative, so add those numbers and put negative sign. Now next is column wise. Numbers are 1 plus 4, negative 4 plus negative 6. 1 plus negative 4. Subtract these numbers. Now bigger number sign, minus 3 plus minus 6 is equal to 9 and negative sign. Now next column, minus 4 plus minus 3 plus minus 2. Minus 4 plus minus 3, minus 7 plus minus 2, minus 9. Now next column, minus 6 plus 4 plus minus 7. Minus 6 plus 4. Subtracting you will get 2, and bigger number sign is minus, plus this minus 7 is equal to 9 and negative sign. Both are negatives. Now diagonally, one diagonal is 1 plus minus 3 plus minus 7. 1 plus minus 3. The answer is subtracting these numbers and putting the sign of greater number plus this minus 7. Answer is again, both are negative numbers, so answer is negative 9. And the last diagonal, 0 plus minus 3 plus minus 6. 0 plus minus 3 is minus 3. Minus 3 plus minus 6. Both are negative, so add those numbers and put negative sign. So all the sum were negative 9. So this is a magic square. Verify a minus b is equal to a plus b. That is, we want to verify a minus of minus b is equal to a plus b for following values of a and b. I do one example for you. A is equal to 75, b is equal to 84. Now we want to check whether LHS and RHS are equal. LHS means left hand side of this equal and RHS is right hand side of this equal. So we want to check whether this statement is correct, that is both are equal. Now a minus minus b, how will you write this? A is 75 here, 75 minus inside the bracket b is 84 and we want to take minus b. So minus 84. Now this is LHS part. Here we know 75, this subtraction, whenever you see subtraction you want to make it as addition, and this number near to the sign will become additive inverse. That here it is negative 84, so it will become positive 84. That is 75 subtract negative 84 becomes 75 addition of 84. That is 159. Now right hand side, a plus b. A plus b means 75 plus 84. That is 159. Yes, the LHS part is equal to RHS part, hence LHS is equal to RHS. Both are 159, hence verified. A minus minus b is equal to a plus b. Now next, use the sign of greater than, less than or equal to in the box to make the statement true. This sign or equal sign. That is, this is greater than sign, this is less than sign. How will you name this? Greater than, because first it comes the opening, so it is greater than. Here first it comes the joining, so it is the less than. Now equal to. We want to put these signs in between the given numbers. First question is minus 8 plus minus 4, and this side it is minus 8 minus minus 4. How will you do this? Minus 8 plus minus 4, both are negative, so the answer is negative 12. Now minus 8 minus minus 4, it becomes minus 8 plus, it becomes minus 8 plus plus 4. Now this is one negative and this is one positive. So subtract and put the sign of greater number, that is negative. Negative 4 is greater and negative 12 is smaller number. Remember the number line, positive numbers will be on right side, and here negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, like that it will go to negative 12. So remember all the numbers on right sides are greater. So in considering negative 12 and negative 4 is on right side. So this is greater and this is smaller. Now next question. Minus 3 plus 7 minus 19. And on this side 15 minus 8 plus minus 9. Here minus 3 plus 7 is 4, positive 4, because the sign of 7 is plus. Now minus 19. Now this becomes plus and this becomes negative. Now the answer is, subtracting these two numbers you will get 15 and sign will be negative. Here 15 minus 8 is 7. Now plus minus 9, that is minus 2. Minus 2 and minus 15, which one is greater? Greater is this one. So again like this. Minus 15 is smaller number. Now third one. 23 minus 41 plus 11. Here 23 minus 41 minus 11. Now look, 23 minus 41, it becomes 23 plus minus 41 and this plus 11. Now in 23 plus minus 41, You will subtract 23 from 41 and put the sign of 41. So 41 minus 23 is 18 and it will be negative 18 because greater number sign is minus, plus 11. Again my 18 minus 11 and the sign of 18, that is negative 7 is the answer. Now 23 minus 41, again it becomes 23 plus 41 becomes minus 41 minus 11. This is again negative 18. Minus 11 becomes plus. Subtraction becomes addition. Now this 11 becomes minus 11. Now minus of 18 plus minus 11. That is 18 plus 11 and negative sign. That is negative 29. This is the answer. So in negative 7 and negative 29, which one is greater? Negative 7 is greater. Next question. A water tank has steps inside it. A monkey is sitting on the topmost step. The water level is at the 9th step. The monkey is sitting on the topmost step means the first step. Monkey is on the first step. Now water is at the 9th step. This is first step. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here is the water. Monkey is sitting here. Now the question is, he jumps 3 steps down and then jumps back 2 steps up. In how many jumps will he reach the water level? He jumps 3 steps down like this. 1, 2, 3. Now he reached here and jumps back 2 steps. Now he will reach here. In how many jumps will he reach the water level? So he is jumping 3 steps forward and 2 steps backward. Again 3 steps forward and 2 steps backward. Again 3 steps forward and 2 steps backward. So forward steps are considering as positive numbers and backward steps are considering as negative numbers. So in first jump, he is sitting on the first step. From the, he is jumping 3 steps down. So he will reach 4th step here. Now he will, in his second jump, that is 2 steps backward. It is from 4th step, he will move 2 steps backward, then he will reach 2. That is second step. Now in his third jump, now he is on the second step. From there he will jump 3 steps. Then he will reach 5th step. And again in 4th jump, 5th step minus 2 steps. That he will jump back. So 3rd step. Now in 5th jump, he is on 3rd step plus 3 steps. That is, he will reach 6th step. Now from 6th step, he will jump 2 steps backward. So he will reach 4th step. Now on 7th jump, he was on 4th step plus 3. Then he will reach 7th step. Now from 7th step, he will jump backward 2 steps, then reach 5th step. Now from 5th, 3 steps forward, so 8. And on 10th jump, from 8th step, 2 step backward, that is 6th step. Now on 11th jump, He'll reach 9th step. Now he reached 9th step where there was water. In the same question, there is a sub question there. After drinking water, that is from here, he wants to go back. For this, he jumps 4 steps up and then jumps back 2 steps down in every move. That is 4 steps up and jumps back 2 steps down in every move. In how many jumps will he reach back that top step? That is first jump. Where will he reach? He was on 9th step. First jump. From 9th step, he will jump back to 4 steps. That is 9 minus 4. He will reach here on 5th step. Now he jumps 2 steps downward. That is here. He will reach. That is in second jump. He was on 5th step plus 2 because he is jumping downward. Then he will reach 7th step. Now third jump. From 7th step, he will jump 4 steps. He will reach here, that is third step. From the 4th jump, he is on 3rd step. From the, he moved 2 steps downward. You reach 5th step. Now 5th jump. He was on 5th step. Now he jumps 4 steps. That is, he reached here on the first step where he was sitting earlier. So how many jumps he took? He took 5 jumps. On 5th jump he reached on his earlier position. Now how will you represent the jumps of monkey on these 2 cases? It is asked if number of steps moved down is represented by negative. Here in the these problems we took downward steps positive and upward steps negative, but they are now asked to find steps moved down is represented by negative. If downward is represented by negative and upward is represented by positive, how will you write this? Here actually we represented downward by positive and upward by negative. Now they are asking how will you write if it was oppositely. So for plus 3 we will write it as minus 3. Minus 2 becomes plus 2. Again minus 3 plus 2 minus 3 plus 2 minus 3 plus 2 minus 3 plus 2 minus 3. Now what about this? If this is positive, that is upward is positive and downward is negative, this will be written as, first one is, here it was negative 4, so they are asked to write the opposite thing. So we will write positive 4, this becomes minus 2, again positive 4, this minus 2 and again positive 4. Next is closure property of integers. Closure property of integers. First, we will check closure under addition. What is the meaning of closure? That is closed. If integers are inside this bag, if we are adding 2 integers, the result also must be inside this. That is the closure property. That is, if we add 2 integers, then the answer should also be integer. Let us check an example here. Negative 25 plus 0. These are two integers. The answer is negative 25, again an integer. Now, minus 35 plus minus 10. The answer is negative 45, again an integer. If it was 3 plus 5, 8 is an integer. 5 plus minus 6 minus 11 is an integer. Now 5 plus negative 5, 0. 0 is also an integer. So addition is closed. So integers are, we can say integers are closed under addition. For any two integers a and b, a plus b is an integer. For any two integers a and b, a plus b is also an integer. That is, addition is closed in case of integers. Next is closure property of subtraction of integers. Subtraction. Let us check. We want to check if we subtract two integers, the result also should be an integer. The 7 minus 9 is equal to 7 plus minus 9. Answer is minus 2. It is also an integer. Now, minus 8 minus negative 14. And it becomes negative 8 plus the additive inverse of negative 14 is positive 14. Now, smaller number subtracted and greater number sign becomes 6. It is also an integer. Now 9 minus 0 is equal to 9. It is also an integer. Now negative 3 minus negative 3. This becomes plus and this becomes plus 0. It is also an integer. So subtraction is also closed. Or will you say in general, if a and b are two integers, then a minus b is also an integer. Is also an integer. So we can say addition and subtraction both are closed for integers. Now next is commutative property. Commutative property means 3 plus 5 must be equal to 5 plus 3. Then we can say they are commutative. Let us check. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. So for addition, commutative property is satisfying. We can take another number. 5 plus minus 6 and minus 6 plus 5. Both are equal to minus 1. So it is closed. This 8 and minus 1 we get on LHS and RHS. So they are equal. So we can say they are commutative. So how will you say in general? We can say if a and b are two integers, then a plus b is equal to b plus a. This is the commutative property. A plus b is equal to b plus a. Let us check this in subtraction. How will you write? We can check here. 5 minus negative 3. Let us check whether it is equal to negative 3 minus 5. 5 minus negative 3. The answer is 5 plus the additive inverse 3. That is 8. This becomes negative 3 addition. This 5 changes to additive inverse, that is negative 5, and the result is both are negative, so negative 8. Are they equal? No, they are not equal. So we can say, we conclude that subtraction is not commutative for integers, but addition is commutative for integers. Next is associative property. We want to check that a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. Let us do an example with numbers. Let a be -5 plus this become -3 plus -2, and here again -5 plus -3, outside the bracket -2. Now we will do first operation inside the bracket. Here carry down this -5 plus -3 plus -2 is -5 again. Now here -5 plus -3, -8 plus -2. Here -5 plus -5, -10. -8 plus -2, -10. Both are equal. So this is satisfied. That is A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. That is what shown here. First we want to add these two numbers inside the bracket and add the first number. Then we will get an answer. Here we are adding same digits, but first we are adding the first two numbers here, then adding the third number, then also the answer is same. So this is what associative property, that is A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Now next is additive identity. Additive identity means we want to get the identical number, that is same number if we add a number to some number. That is, if we add some number to this A, we want to get the answer A itself. What is that number? It is 0. A plus 0 is A. 0 plus -8. It is -8. 10 plus 0. It is 10. That is, we are getting the same number here while adding 0 to them. That is the identity, additive identity. We get the same number as the result. So, additive identity is the 0. In general, we can say A plus 0 is equal to A, which is equal to 0 plus A. A plus 0 is also equal to A. 0 plus A is also equal to A. Next, we will go to write down a pair of integers whose, in the first question, we want to write the pair of integers whose sum is -7. How will you write? -5 plus -2. The answer is -7. So the integers are -5 and -2. Now, in the second, differences is -10. You want to write two integers as the difference is -10. Then you can simply write -10 minus 0. That is difference of two integers. -10 is an integer, 0 is an integer. The result is -10. So the integers are -10 and 0. Third question. Sum is 0. That is additive identity. If you are writing 5, then the other number will be -5, that because their sum will be 0. Next is difference of pair of negative integers is 8. Then how will you write? Just take two negative integers, that is -10 and -18. Let us check their difference. -10 subtraction -18, then it becomes -10 plus 18, and the result is 8. That is difference of two negative integers is 8. Now in the second question, write a negative integer and a positive integer whose sum is -5. Negative integer and a positive integer. Sum is -5. -20 plus 15. Their sum is -5. Okay. A negative integer and a positive integer whose difference is -3. Difference is -3. The difference will be -2. This becomes plus and this is -1. So -3. Yes. it is negative 3. So the integers are negative 2 and 1. Their difference are negative 3. Now next is, in a question, A scored negative 40, 10 and 0, and B scored 10, 0 and negative 40 in 3 successive rounds. Which team scored more? Negative 30, again negative 30. Both A and B scored same points. Can we say that we can add integers in any order? Yes, we can add integers in any order. Okay. Next question is, fill in the blanks to make the following statement true. Fourth question. Negative 5 plus dash is equal to negative 8 plus dash. What will be the answer? It is simple. Here we know A plus B is equal to B plus A. Here one A is given, A B is given. So this will be here B and A will be missing here. A plus B is equal to B plus A for integers. Now second one is negative 53 plus dash is equal to negative 53. Additive identity, that is 0. Then only you get the same answer. Now 17 plus dash is equal to 0. If your answer is 0, then you want to write the additive inverse here. That is, if it is 17, additive inverse is negative 17. Now 13 plus negative 12, bracket is closed, plus dash is equal to dash plus, inside the bracket, negative 12 plus negative 7. Now here this is the associative property. Here A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Here the missing term is negative 7. Comparing to this, here the missing term is 30. This is associative property. Now next question. This is the last question in the set. This is also associative property. The question is negative 4 plus dash plus negative 3 is equal to dash plus 15 plus dash. Here LHS, you can see negative 4 and negative 3 as A and C. If it is A plus B plus C, you can see A as negative 4 and C as negative 3. Here the missing terms were A and C. So you can write here negative 4 and here negative 3. Now in this, B is there. Here this is A, this is B and this is C. B is there given in RHS. So you can write here this was the missing term. So write 15 here. This is also associative property. That's all. We can move to next type of questions.